I had 20 of the best years I could ever want to have in my life in the military. Once I came in, I was a regular Army officer, and I wanted to be the best I could be, so that meant I wanted to be an Airborne Ranger, and I accomplished that. And then when Kennedy built up Special Forces, I thought that's the place I needed to be, and so I did go do that. Vietnam got hot, so I volunteered to go to Vietnam in my first tour, and I was fortunate to I had a great assignments, and they did a lot of neat things. Came home and went to a school, and it was assigned to West Point, and I mean, that was a wonderful assignment, and then fortunate to be selected to go to the Air Force Academy, and that was a wonderful assignment. Went back to Vietnam with MacB on a joint staff, and got to get into Cambodia, and was part of the Vietnamization, turning over the equipment. So I just continued, and then commanding a battalion in the 2nd Infantry Division in Korea, being assigned to Joint Chiefs of Staff as an emergency action officer. I mean, I just couldn't have asked for better assignments out of the War College, though. They were going to assign me to an armored corps in Europe as a position me to command a signal brigade in the Armored Corps, and I don't like tanks, and I don't want to learn anything about tanks, but I wanted to command the signal brigade in the 18th Airborne Corps. So, but anyway, I was disappointed in that and chose to get out of the service, and I reluctantly put in my retirement papers. But I feel like I'm one that should have been a 30-year guy, and I still think about that today. I still think about Vietnam, and my service was set the stage for some good things that happened to me after I retired. So, but anyway, I still think of the military. I miss it, and I still think of those great days. But I had a great 20 years, so got no complaints. As Vietnam built up from just some advisors, 16,000 advisors, and started really increasing in the American participation. I felt my friends in the 10th Special Forces group at the time were all coming out on orders to Vietnam, and I knew I was going to have to go at some time. So I told my wife, I said, I'm going to have to go, but if I'm going to go, I want to go with the people that I know. And so I put in a 10 for 9 and volunteered for my first assignment to go from the 10th to the 5th Special Forces group. And so that was a choice I made to go do that, I think for all the right reasons. I stayed 13 months instead of 12 to participate in an operation, a combat parachute assault that we had in an old French fort called Bouprang. But I had good 13 months. I don't have any regrets. The only regret I have about that first tour was I thought that we were required to keep one of our hands tied behind our back. We couldn't follow the North Vietnamese back across the border into Cambodia or into Laos. They just turned and thumbed their nose at us. So that was a real source of irritation, where they seemed to have some safe ground, and we were not allowed to go chase them and take care of that. So there were things like that that I thought might have been more helpful if they just turned us loose and let us go do what we knew what to do and we'd been trained to do. On my second tour, once again, I volunteered to go, and I was assigned to MacB, J6, a joint staff to MacB. That was a great assignment. That was during the period when they were having the Vietnamization, and I was responsible for turning over all the U.S. equipment, particularly signal equipment and whatnot, to the South Vietnamese. And I was responsible for I Corps and 2 Corps for those transitions. And so that was great. I got to travel up and down the country. Had to go into Cambodia twice for a total of about 20 days to coordinate things with the Cambodians and stuff, and part of a committee. So once again, I had a great assignment for that year. I got a chance to read a plan General Westmoreland had that I thought to the day I'm still irritated that with that plan, had it been McNamara allowed us to implement that plan, that war would have been over in less than 12 months. And I think about to this day, There's no way we needed to lose 58,000 people. There's just no way. So I'm still irritated. I'll go to my grave irritated that we were not allowed to do what we knew what to do in order to win a combat function like that. So I guess to put it in a word, I'm still pissed, and I'll remain upset about that. So, but all in all, I thought I accomplished the things the best I could. I just don't think we were able to do the maximum we could have done to make the outcome of that better. And I don't know why the United States decided to turn against and cut off the funding to the South Vietnamese so that thing crumbled, and we ended up losing that war. And a lot of people got killed because we abandoned them